In this series of telecom product modeling videos, I'll explain the modeling concepts, standards, common practices, everything that I know, let's say, and I can collect from the industry standards about the modeling. This is the beginning of the BSS, Telecom BSS stack, which starts with the product modeling, which is most of the times done in product catalogs. Hello, my name is Roy Küçükateş. I'm a telecom expert. By education, a network engineer, by experience, a BSS, OSS BSS architect and enterprise architect. Let's start. So this is the introduction to telecom product modeling, where I'll be explaining very high level the concepts, and I'll go into details in further chapters. Why the telecom product modeling is so important, or what is the difference than the other industry products? Because there is a complexity on the products that telecom sells, intangible nature. So these are most of the time services, virtual things, and dependency on network and infrastructure. So it needs to be modeled as the network infrastructure of the telecom operator, addressing those provisioning requirements and all other requirements. And telecom offerings, they often combine physical devices, digital services, continuous usage-based services, all kind of different services, and they are bundled most of the times. They have sophisticated pricing structures, service relationships, like some dependencies on the services, and regulatory compliance requirements as well, which impacts the product models in telecom. And of course, when you design or model a product, it needs to fit into the BSS, like business support systems and operation support systems that the operator is using, which makes which requires some structure, robustness, and you need to be really careful about designing the product models so that all systems can use your model without any changes, without any customizations. And this is impacting the time to market most of the times. What is the importance and scope of the modeling? Like, you can just define a product in any ways, but here, what you need to just be careful is that your model will impact the time to market. And most of the operators want to reduce the time to market. Therefore, you need to model in a way that this time to market can be reduced while introducing a new product offering or new service to the market. Consistency and reusability, you don't want to model from scratch every time you introduce a new service. You want to reuse what you have in terms of product specifications or services or resources. That's why your models need to just be consistent and reusable so that it impacts the time to market. Well, customer experience is the most important thing, where the customer should be able to see what he's buying. It needs to be clear, accurate, needs to contain relevant product information, and it needs to improve the customer satisfaction. So it's on the structure of the model, or as the content of the product models, you need to consider the customer experience. You need to improve that. Cost efficiency and scalability. So your product offerings need to be cost efficient and scalable, because the operator will be getting thousands of orders, sometimes thousands of orders per second, that all these provisioning or browsing the catalog requirements or functionalities need to be supported in a cost-efficient way, scalable, and faster. Integration, yes, because you will be just showing the products in CRM applications. The billing will be using, order management will be using, inventory management will be using. So your product models will be just used by many different systems with many different purposes. So you need to consider all the requirements of these systems while modeling the product. And of course, compliance and standardization. I strongly advise the adoption of TM Forum standards, because this is where majority of the operators are heading to, and this is the industry standard that, well, I cannot say that that's the best standard, but it is the best in market standard where all operators and vendors have contributed. It is providing consistency and interoperability, and it does consider the regulatory compliance as well. What are the concepts that we will be talking, especially while modeling the telecom products? So telecom has slight differences in product modeling with the other industries. Like, it's a service-driven product design. You are selling services, therefore your product design need to support the services that you provide. There is a commercial versus technical view of the product, like the product offerings that addresses the commercial view, product specs or service specifications, resource specifications that address the technical views of the product model. There are complex bundling and product relationship using the dependencies, like some products depend on other products. Like when you're buying an internet service, it relies or depends on your modem or the line that you use. So therefore, those kind of relationships need to be considered in the modeling, different than other industries. Configurability. So you don't want to just have thousands of product offerings with different predefined configurations. You want to introduce a product offering that can be just adjusted or that can be configured as per the customer's requirement through characteristics or quantities or through other dimensions, let's say. And in the telecom product modeling or product purchase, there is the commercial eligibility, technical availability concept, where the commercial eligibility is mostly or only commercial. Is this customer eligible to buy this product offering? The other one, the technical availability, it checks the technical conditions. Like if a customer has already purchased a modem for a line, he cannot buy another modem to the same line because they don't work. So it's not available for them. Or if you're buying a high-speed modem or a low-speed modem with a high-speed internet connection, then it's not available. It should not be available for you because you cannot use these two things together. They need to be compliant. So therefore, the technical availability is just checking the existing products, the serviceability, all technical aspects of the customer and the products that they're trying to buy. The policies, so these are again additional rules that the operator may want to enforce on these kind of rules. They can just address business requirements. So in the old times, the pricing was static. Most of the times you had a price already defined, that was the price. Everything was statically defined. Now, everybody is after dynamic pricing, personalization or hyper-personalization based on the characteristics you have selected. The pricing needs to be recalculated or dynamically calculated while doing the purchase. Lifecycle and version management. As you're introducing new product offerings, new services, or new products, you need to version as new capabilities come into availability or they're available. You need to just version your product offerings so that you can just differentiate in between who purchased what kind of configuration, which version of the product, which means that whenever you're just introducing a new version of a product, what you're going to do to the old versions, how are you going to manage or retire the product? These are the aspects that needs to be considered in the telecom products. Marketing and legal aspects also are another dimension of telecom product modeling. And BSS and OSS systems, which will be working on the product model. So your model needs to be providing all kind of information that these systems require. So in the service-driven product design, your products are typically bundles of services like voice, data, SMS, text, and sometimes they include physical goods like the devices, modems, or accessories. So as per the new trends like connectivity, ICT, or API marketplaces, they require special product structures and service structures. And in this product design, service-driven product design, you need to separate the products, services, and resource layers of the product construct, which is aligned with the TM Forum SID model, so that you can address the order management of these different products and services and resources. Their order management, their catalogs, their inventories can be handled separately to simplify your architecture and to provide some reusability. Again, in the commercial versus technical views, you have your commercial offerings, which is called product offering, as per TM Forum terminology. They're expected to be managed by business people. So you should allow the business people to define new product offerings on existing or reusing existing product specifications. And the technical views, mostly the product specification and below levels, that we will be covering in the upcoming videos. So they're designed to both expose the network capabilities or your system capabilities to support all kind of commercial offering creation and management through reusable entities, product specifications, or other entities. So complex bundling, now the bundling is going towards the multi-play bundling, where you will be just putting together different type of services and add-ons with some rules, eligibility, availability, compatibility, etc., serviceability, upgrade, downgrade paths. So you need to just consider all these concepts. How do they come together in a bundle? Like one product offering available or eligible in one region, the other one is not eligible. Can I bundle them? Or when I bundle, what happens? And bundle cardinality rules to be able to control the quantities and grouping logic is also putting extra complexity on the product models. Configurability is, it's like the automotive or electronics industries. Like, can I select the engine type, or like the, I don't know, gear, automatic, etc., those kind of configurations? Can I just select the rim size of the tires? So those kind of configurability concepts are coming from other industries as well. Can I just buy a data product where I do configure the data quota or access technology while purchasing the product? So these kind of configurations just speed up the time to market and reduce the number of product offering that are maintained by the operator. I have mentioned about the commercial eligibility and technical availability. So these are the rules where some of them are used for commercial evaluation, which is the eligibility. While you're making a purchase, it only checks your commercial eligibility, whether this product is sold in the region that you're living, the pricing, etc., or the segments. Whereas the technical availability is always technically, is it possible to give this product to this user? So you may want to buy a fiber line to your house, but that service is not available for you because it doesn't exist. It's not serviceable in your region. And some policies that can be added by the operator, well, they can just define some rules, like if the customer purchased this 5 times, we will not allow them to purchase the 6th time. So this is a business policy that they can enforce. They can cover commercial or technical aspects of the products. Well, telecom products, they use variable pricing strategies because they're configurable, and based on the usage, the terms like commitments given by the customer, geography or region, market segment, and promotions come into the picture when you define the price of the product. And you may want to personalize offers and do some contextual selling as well, some location-based products, or even like coordinate-based rules you can set in some cases, or time-limited promotions like St. Valentine's Day promotion or Christmas week promotions, Black Friday kind of dynamic pricing needs to be modeled. Lifecycle and version management. So products evolve rapidly. You need to version your products as soon as you introduce a new one, because the new one can have different capabilities, or you can phase out some of the capabilities in the new versions. So you need to just define the migration path as well when you retire a product. Marketing, legal, and financial aspects. Well, the content that you just display on your websites or your internal portals need to be associated with the product models, and they need to support the sales channels, like in an IVR system or in a self-care channel or a mobile application system. The level of details that you're going to see about a product should be obviously different. And all kind of product models, contents, etc., before their launch, marketing, legal, and finance departments need to just review them and need to approve them so that you can launch that product. And integration with BSS OSS system. Most of the times, the operators have multiple systems. Whenever you introduce a product, you may want to replicate, which is not desired too much, but they may be needed. So those kind of different BSS OSS system, digital channel integrations need to be considered while designing your product offerings. Coming to the standards in the industry, the 3GPP.org, they define mobile broadband standards, most of the times the technical standards. The ORAN Alliance, they define Open Radio Access Network collaboration. They're trying to just make it open standards so that every vendor can use or can design and implement one part of the functionality. The TM Forum is the industry's alliance where all operators and vendors are member of. They collaborate and standardize the industry. And the Business Architecture Guild, which is an industry alliance, they just manage the business architecture body of knowledge. So they do have a telecom reference model. They publish it yearly, which is a reference model which complements somehow the TM Forum, but of course different organization and different directions. So this is the introduction of the first of the telecom modeling. In the upcoming videos, I'll be going into further details up to the information model level details, or how to design a product catalog, how to make it, how to do the modeling so that all these aspects are considered. And I'll try to address your questions if there are any. Thank you for listening.